You know what it is. Your man Wildcard Mar back in the building. Hey, you know what it is. We've been doing this whole welcome back to football preview show with as many teams as we can preview as possible. I'm excited about this one because it's not only is it the home team. I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. All right, I'm gonna try. But in order for me to be as unbiased as possible, I got a special guest with me. We're gonna talk Chiefs football. Let's get it. Yes, sir. What's happening? Your man, Wildcard Mar, back in the building. And here we are with another episode of I.O.W. Sports Show. And man, y'all know what it is. We talking Chiefs football. And I'm excited to do it. But I know I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible, like I said in the beginning of the show. So in order for that to happen, I brought in a special guest. I've been on his podcast numerous times. And I'm excited because I finally get him on the I.O.W. Sports Show. I've been trying to get this brother on here like a mug, and he been treating me like a side John. Just be like, hey man, now you just do my show, man. Nah, man, I'm playing, man. Hey man, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Let me introduce y'all to the Mr. Arrowhead Chief himself, Chris Style. What's happening with you, Waldy?
What's going on, brother, man? Thank you for having me on, bro.
No doubt. I'm finally glad that you didn't treat me like the side John and said, nah, man.
Never that, man.
You don't get Valentine's Day. You get February 18th.
You come on my show and save my show plenty of times, brother. When I couldn't find a co-host to come on with me. My guys, they sometimes be busy. So I'll be like, Mark, can you jump in with me? You'd be like, yeah, bro.
No doubt. Before we get started, obviously I know where to find you at, but hey man, let the audience, let the viewers, let them know where they can find you at, big dog.
Well, you see right here, AH Chief Podcast. You can follow me on that. That's the Chiefs Podcast. But I also do another podcast, Chris Style and Maul Podcast. Shout out to my boy Maul. We talk about everything, football, basketball, all the sports. You can find us at Chris Style and Maul. On all social media websites, and you just follow Chris Style podcast on YouTube and all the podcast media spots that you listen to your podcast. So yeah,
no doubt. And Maul, I don't know how the hell y'all having some good camaraderie. Him being a Raiders fan and it's weird.
Outside of the whole Chiefs and Raiders thing, that's my dog. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? So,
but like, man, you cool until that point, like
yeah. When football season comes, it's like you over there, I'm over here. Nah,
hey, but the crazy thing is, the crazy thing is, you ain't gotta do be too worried about them too much. I mean, we know the deal. We know that. Speaking of which, let's start there, man. Division, man. He's got a stranglehold on his division, man. 8 years and counting. Do you see anything changing this year? I mean, I know the answer to that, but I just want you just for, because of interview purposes, we got to ask the question. Right.
No, not this year. I don't. Yeah, I know the Raiders are feeling themselves because of the Christmas Day game, and they bring that up every time that they can.
That was a Super Bowl.
Because that was a Super Bowl. But listen, that game was an anomaly, man. Like, the Chiefs didn't show up that day. That offensive line didn't show up that day. The offense has been terrible all season, and I just think Pat was just so frustrated. He was just like, whatever, like, like whatever, man. And I think that's, of course, that was a game that kind of woke them all up. But I don't see the Raiders, being a problem this year. And personally, I think that like the Michael Jordan meme, I took it personal, is what they gonna feel like when they play the Raiders. So, and the Raiders have been popping off this whole off season. So I just think that they're gonna take care of business in the division. The Chargers, I think they're a year away. They don't have the receivers to compete, with us. Harbaugh, he's gonna get them right. The defense is gonna get better. Their running game is going to be super elite. The offensive line might be already one of the better offensive lines, just off the sheer of their tackles with Rashawn Slater, and then you drive Joe Alt.
Yeah.
You put him on the right side. Now if everything looks, if he lives up to the billing of being a first round, premium pick.
Of course.
Yeah. That offensive line should be good. Justin Herbert should be able to stand in their pocket and deliver the football. But who he's delivering the football to is what's in question. Lab McConkey, he was pretty good at Georgia, but he did play at Georgia, and he was around other 5-star, 4-star elite, talent around him. So he ain't had to do too much heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think he's more of a number 2, possibly number 3 receiver. Joshua Palmer, I think he's more of a number 2, but he can prove me wrong. Joshua Palmer can end up being a number 1 this year if he proves me wrong. But I think he's a number 2. Quentin Johnson, he looks like he's about to be a bust. He's not living up to the billing. It is what it is. He's just not living up to it. And you got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards in the backfield, and J.K. Dobbins, if he can stay healthy, he's super talented. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the Chiefs to pick him up, but it's just all in question of his, can he return back? He's had freak accidents every single year that he's been in the league with his knees, and it's just, and then I think he had the Achilles last year. It's just, we got to see on that. And then their defense is old. Like, Joey Bosa, he's older, he gets hurt every year. Like,
every year,
barely in the lineup. And then Khalil Mack, he's not the same Khalil Mack, that we all know from when he was in his prime. He's past his prime. He still can give you something, of course, but he's not the guy that we all know that could take over a game and shut down the game. You know what I'm saying? He's not that guy anymore. So I'm not fearful of the Chargers. Then the Broncos, like, look, Bo Nix, he looked good in preseason. Yada yada yada, whatever. I still got to see it in the regular season. I'm not a big Sean Payton fan. I think he, they call him the quarterback guru, but how can you be a quarterback guru when the quarterback you had was already
good?
Yeah. He already had the season on him from the Chargers. He was just, the only reason why there was questions about him when he came to the Saints because of his shoulder injury. That was it. And he was going to be a Chief. People don't know that. He was going to be a Chief. He thought he was about to be a Chief. But
Chief or Dolphins was one of the 2 teams that really wanted to snag him.
Yeah. He was, and that's why Nick Saban got mad, because he might have been a Dolphin too, because Nick Saban wanted him too. So, so I think they're years away. They're years away. Like, I don't know what the Broncos offer. I'm not scared of them whatsoever. Man, I just think it's gonna be another year where we win this division. If we do lose to anyone, it's just gonna be one of those things where it don't matter the record. You're playing your division rivalry, and you just you lose, you drop one to one of the teams, maybe the Chargers, or the Raiders. I don't see us dropping to the Broncos, but
got you.
It's just gonna be one of those things. But I think we win this division again.
9 in a row, huh? Me and a couple of homies, we call Sean Payton Doc Payton. because he's like Doc Rivers. That man been milking that 09 championship for a long time, bro. Overrated, but that's neither here nor there. That's
I agree.
For another
I agree with that.
I
think he's overrated.
Oh yeah. So before we move on from the division, and we'll focus solely on the Chiefs, I'm gonna put you on the spot, big dog. Obviously, we know who, between me and you, we know who's number one. I'm with that. Rank 2 through 4.
Raiders, Chargers, Broncos.
Okay. Hey, you didn't even hesitate.
I already knew. I've been thinking. I've been contemplating this already. So I already know. All right, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. That's how I
go. Anybody besides Chiefs even flirting with a playoff spot?
Maybe the Raiders.
Okay.
Defensively, I think they could be really good, especially on that defensive line. I think the defensive line could show up and give people problems. Yeah. I could see them being the 7 seed, 6 seed, 7 seed, get one of those spots and be a first round exit wild card. I just don't think they have the offense to compete with the upper echelons or even the good playoff teams. Not even so much Super Bowl champions, but the good playoff team. But we got to see if Gardner Minshew can show something. Then maybe we could. If mid-season Gardner Minshew is looking like something, then we could have a conversation. But until he shows that, and I actually think Gardner Minshew is better than what people give him credit for. Like I get it. I'm not sitting here saying the man is a superstar by no means, not at all. But he's just one of those quarterbacks. He don't fear nothing. He just goes out there and plays football. Yeah. and guess what? Sometimes you just need a guy like that. It's like whatever, man. I'm strapping up. Hey, run your routes. I'm gonna try to get you the ball.
It's no different from Fitzpatrick had his Fitzmagic moments. And sometimes he was Fitzpatrick, so it's no different. It's no different. There was times where Fitzmagic, well, you like that. Where this dude been? And then like, never mind. He's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He turned back into a pumpkin.
Gardner does the same thing. There's moments I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, he's Gardner Minshew. Never mind, my bad.
I ain't mean for you to put that bet in, dog.
Hey, for real, dog. All right, let's talk Chiefs, man. Let's talk Chiefs. We do that a lot, especially on your show. So what is kind of like your overall thought process as now that we record this, preseason is done, training camp is done, they're about to formulate the final 53. What's your kind of process going into this 2024 season?
I know the 3-peat is hanging over their head and they got to put together the best 53. And look, of course, there's going to be changes throughout the season, but they just signed Juju Smith-Schuster, so that lets me know that they didn't believe in the floor of this receiving room. The Justin Rosses, the Sky Moores, the Kadarius Tonys, so on, Nico Remigio. They didn't like what they saw from the floor. So, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, Juju, his knee and da. But you know what? The one thing I will say about Juju, when he was here, he had a rapport with Patrick Mahomes. And he almost, and if he didn't get hurt in that Jacksonville game, he would have well over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, you're right.
2020. So we got to remember that. Like, if he's the 4th best receiver, I'm fine with that. That raises the floor because you're getting Hollywood back. Eventually, you're gonna get him back, whether it be week 2, 3, whatever, 4. You're getting Hollywood back. We saw what Worthy has the potential to be, especially in his rookie season, and they're already throwing a lot on him, and he looks like he can handle it. So, he's starting to get that rapport with Patrick Mahomes. We know what Kelsey represents. Kelsey is Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? And then Rashee Rice looks like he's going to take a step forward. Do I think Juju possibly could be an insurance just in case Roger Goodell says, yeah, we're going to suspend him week 5, week 6, week 8, you know what I'm saying? Then the Chiefs ain't looking like, well, damn, now we got to go look for somebody to go replace those snaps. Like,
we already got it.
No, we got Juju Smith-Schuster, and we know he knows the system. He know he has a rapport with Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be where he needs to be. He ain't got to worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as the wide receivers goes, that's my thought. I think KT is gone. I think Sky is going to stay. I think they love Sky. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to be a special teams guy. He'll probably be on kickoff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him and whoever else is going to be back there on kickoff. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, there are some concerns in that cornerback room. The cornerback number 2 position, I don't think, and it was mostly due to injuries. You know, one week Najee Johnson's out. You know, Jalen Watson's coming back from his injury. Joshua Williams, he's got a hamstring injury. He didn't even practice today. So that rotating room of quarterback 2, that's going to be a question. Are they going to bring somebody in? Do they go get a Xavier Howard or Dory Jackson? Do they go trade for somebody? Maybe they go throw a 4th round pick to go get a number 2 corner to solidify this cornerback room. That's going to be interesting. The safeties, I'm not worried about one bit. That safety room is going to be crazy.
Locked. Yeah.
Getting Justin Reed back, he's the leader in that secondary period. Him and Trent are going to be the leaders. But you know what I'm saying? Then you got Shamari Connor, he's going to be out there. Ryan Cook is coming back. He looks like he's healthy. He's back to what he was looking like, you know, before he got hurt.
Don't forget our man, Dane Blouses. Don't forget our guy. Hey, Jaden Hicks.
Yeah, man. I was about to mention him. That kid, he's gonna be a bona fide superstar, man. It looks like Chiefs got another one. I think 2 years from now they're gonna be looking like, man, how the hell did they let the Chiefs do that? He's the best safety in the league right now. Damn.
Hey,
because he got that. He's got what Justin Reed's got with the box safety stuff. But he looks like he can cover the tight ends.
A little bit more athletic. A little bit more.
Yeah, that kid, he just flies around. He just got to get, once he gets Spag's system down to a T,
he good.
He gonna be a problem.
No, I'm with you.
He's gonna be a problem. Linebacker, the starting 3, I have no problem with.
Past that,
it's the depth. Now, what I will say, okay, Jack Cochran, he's supposed to be, you know, the backup middle linebacker. But I think that, you know, with Drew coming back, if something happened to Nick and he's already coming in with hurt, with Nick, you know what I'm saying, if he goes down, we know Drew's going to take over the green dot. We know that off top. So they'll probably put Jack Cochran at one of the, you know, Will or Sam, you know, spots. Cam Jones didn't really impress me. Like I thought he was gonna take that step. I like Cam Jones. I like what I saw from him last year. I saw the potential. He had a little athleticism in him, little Willie Gay in him, but he ain't showed that in the preseason, man, and it's kind of disappointing. I did like what I saw from the other kid, Curtis Jacobs. I did like what I saw. He got a little pass rush in him. He can, you know, he's a little sideline to sideline, but he might, you know, end up being a practice squad guy. We'll see.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then the defensive line, FAU, man.
I was about to ask you that, dog. I was like, is it time to move on? What's up?
I said this in one of
the bro.
I said this in one of the group chats. Look, I get it. He's a first round pick, and you have high expectations, which you should. But we got to understand, this kid is young. He was 21 when he came in the league, man. He's a kid. He is a kid, and he's still learning the nuances of the game. We got to understand something, man. That some guys just get it early, and some guys that click. He reminds me of Hassan Reddick. We got to understand Hassan Reddick. Everybody thought he was a bust when he first came in the league. His first 3 years, he wasn't getting the sack numbers that we see him get now. He was getting
when he was down in Carolina, right?
Yeah, 2, you know, and then it was like year 4. That's when he got 12 sacks. Then the next year, he got 16 and a half sacks. Then now he's getting 11 sacks. Like, it's finally slowing down for him. And I think that's what he's going to – I believe that that's what Felix can do. Now, hopefully he can, as the year goes on, and it's reps. Football is about repetition, man. Doing it over and over and over again to a point where it's like, oh, okay. Now I get it. I got to do this. Okay, now the offense. Okay, now I get these offensive linemen and their movement. Like, you got to get that. And he didn't get that last year. So this is essentially his rookie year getting snaps. You know what I'm saying? So, would I be surprised if they go out there and sign another defensive end? No, I would not, because
you done it before.
For a 3P. Going for a 3P. So they want to solidify. Now, I feel good. Chris Jones, once he gets out there, we didn't see it with Chris Jones out there. We got to remember, he didn't play preseason. So when Chris Jones is getting double teamed, you got George on the other side, Mike Dana doing his thing. FAU could be a situational pass rusher. And if he can give you 5 to 6 sacks, you'll take that this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
You'll take that this year.
No, without a doubt. Matter of fact, Chris, I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd be like, yo, you had a hell of a season. If he gives me 5, 6 sacks, I'm like, oh, you had a hell of a season.
I'll take that right now.
Within a heartbeat.
But I will push the button. Somebody said, hey, push the button. What's the name? Get you 6, 7 sacks.
Come on. Give it to me. Because that's a good thing, because then that means obviously Chris is eating, George is eating, like Dan is eating. So
and then we didn't even factor in when Charles comes back.
When he comes back. Oh, I know. I'm with you. We normally don't talk about backup quarterbacks, but in this situation, just in case, and let me go ahead and knock on this wood right now. Are you okay with Carson Wentz? I actually thought he did well in the preseason. I think that would possibly what Andy Reid can pull out of him. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say we'll recreate what he did those first 11 games in 2017. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if, knock on wood again, if something happens to Patrick, I'm not freaking out. I'm not saying that the sky is falling. I think that Andy Reid would do enough. And I thought I would never say that about Carson Wentz, but what I saw in the preseason, I'm like, oh, that kind of looks familiar from 2017 a little bit.
It do.
How you feel about that?
I actually love the signing. I know a lot of people were down on the Carson Wentz because we look at Carson, he turns the football over at the wrong time, blah, blah, blah. But when Andy Reid over there in his ear, and you know how Andy, and he's the true quarterback whisperer. He's the one who can take a quarterback and get the best out of him. We've seen it time and time. So since his days in Philly to now, he's getting the best out of him. And he got the best out of Chad Henne. He got the best out of Blaine Gabbert. When Matt Moore came off the street, he got the best out of Matt Moore. Like
that's out of Smith.
Alex Smith, exactly. So he knows how to get the best out of his quarterbacks. And I think that the one thing I'd say about Carson Wentz, talent-wise, he's probably the most talented backup quarterback we've had. Because he has the arm. He has the arm to match and the athleticism, but he has the arm to throw the football down the field so where you ain't got to limit your playbook no more. You can still run the same plays. Now, no, does he have the rapport that he has with Kelsey, that Patrick has with Kelsey? No. But he can make some of them same throws. So like we forget that Carson Wentz, he got arm talent too. He was doing no-look passes too in Philly. So he got the arm, and that's why when they signed him, look, I don't want to see Carson Wentz at all this season. At all. Week 17. That's it.
When we got division and 1 seed locked up, cool.
Yeah. When we play Denver, throw them out there. Show you what you got, so maybe you can get a contract next year. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. And that's the only reason why I brought that up, because I'm looking at some teams in their backup quarterback situation. I'm like, you better hope your quarterback don't go down
at all, bro.
And then I looked at the Chiefs situation. I'm like, you know what? I don't think the sky's falling. I just don't think that situations matter, coaching matters, who you end up with, and Andy Reid, like you said, has always gotten the best out of quarterbacks. And I think you hit it right on the head. Carson Wentz is by far probably the best quarterback to ever sit behind Patrick Mahomes right now. That's so far.
Like I'm at a point now where it's like this. Look, Patrick is the best quarterback in the league right now, and he's chasing gold. He's chasing Tom Brady and all them. He's chasing greatness. But if he were, Lord forbid, he go down for the season or something like that, I still would think that he could take Carson Wentz and take us to the playoffs. I ain't saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but we go to the playoffs.
No, trust. I'm right there with you. And that's what I mean by I don't think the sky is falling. Because it's still a respectable roster, even if you were to happen to swap them out. Knock on wood for the third time.
I hear you.
And that's why I brought it up, dog. Because I was looking at all these people releasing players and trying to figure out their 53-man roster. And I'm like, boy, you better not hope your quarterback go down. Boy, you better not hope your quarterback go down. Y'all in trouble. So, give me a positives and cons, pros and cons so far that you hoping can get kind of ironed out for September 5th when Baltimore comes to town Thursday night.
Positives, our offensive line. Kingsley Suamataia, man. He looks like he's going to be the real deal and be our franchise left tackle for years to come. I'm glad they got that solidified now. We got to see how Jawan Taylor looked. He was hurt, but they said it was nothing serious. And I'll add one more pro, but a con for the offensive line is depth. Because Wanya Morris is hurt, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be surprised they made the call for like a Donovan Smith or somebody like that to come in and be like, look, man, we'll pay you a couple $1 million. Just come sit on the bench for us, man. We need you. You know what I'm saying? So
there's no Allegretti no more. You know what I'm saying?
There isn't. Caliendo, he's fine. He's okay, but he's not Nick Allegretti. Lucas Niang. I was a Lucas Niang lifer. I was a truther. I defended him to the end, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Poor Lucas. I do like what I saw in that kid, Ethan Driscoll. He's raw. He's a raw talent, but that's a big dude. He can move. He's like 6'7", 6'8". That dude can move. So I could see them possibly sneaking him up, maybe try to keep him, because, offensive line play is so bad in the NFL that a team will see an Ethan Driscoll and say, oh, we'll take him and develop him and put him on our offensive line, bump it, trial by fire. Come on over here, kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather them keep him and get him and let Andy Heck, build that clay on him.
Yeah.
Another con, the depth in the running back room. Like, I like what I saw in Carson Steele. We all know what Pacheco represents.
Mm-hmm.
We know what CA represents. But we still need some juice on in this running back room, dog. Like,
I feel you.
If Pacheco go down, I like what I saw from Carson Steele. Mind you, it was against the twos and the threes.
Yeah.
Roquan Smith is out there going sideline to sideline.
We might have a different discussion now.
You might be getting 2.1 yards a carry, and then everybody turn on the young man. Like Chiefs Kingdom is good to do. We'll turn on you in a second.
Boy, I try to stay off damn Chiefs Twitter, but it's toxic like a mud dog.
They'll turn on you in a second, boy. Yeah, but no. Running back depth, we definitely need that. I saw that Boston Scott got released. I wouldn't be mad at it. Boston Scott coming in. Matt Breida, I'm cool with that too. Maybe, one of these other guys. Miles Sanders, bring him on down.
Get some depth. I hear you. Although I'm expecting big things from Pacheco, but still, you never know when it comes to
style, man. He might.
You never know.
He might get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the way that man run, he liable to hurt himself before somebody else hurt him. So I mean,
he gonna tear a knee or something the way he run.
So yeah, man. No doubt. I never do this. This is the first time I'm gonna do this, and just because it's our favorite team. Give me a prediction on this year's record schedule wise.
I said 13-4.
Okay, that's fair. I think I said the same thing.
There's gonna be a game where we lose, or we're gonna be like, how the hell did we lose to that team?
Oh, no, come on, bro. Don't say that. I don't need no coach repeat.
I'm telling you, we do it every year.
Yeah, that's true.
And if I tell you the team that I think is gonna happen on, you're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. But just monitor that Carolina Panthers game. Just monitor that game.
Dog, if that happened, man, I
can see them sleepwalking. Man, it's the Panthers.
Sleepwalking, yeah.
Bryce Young go out there and throw for 455. Thielen looking like old Thielen out there.
He over there tip tapping the sideline and stuff like, nah, man.
Yeah, Tate Johnson balling, the rookie Xavier Leggett out there.
Hey, fam. Hey, I'm gonna take my remote. Nah, dog. I will be so done with that game if that happened, bro. I ain't even gonna cap, man.
Just one of them 24-21
type of
damn field goal kicker. Just get that last one. Boop.
Yeah.
We just looking like F this team.
No, literally, almost like the Christmas Raiders game where you just like, bro, what are y'all doing, bro? Because it's funny you say that because me and the wife were having a conversation the other day. I was like, she was like, you always get mad when the Chiefs lose. No, I get mad because the way that they played. Because it's not like the team was better. They shoot themselves.
Every time.
This reason to my last question before we get up out of here. What's stopping them from 3-peat?
Themselves.
Themselves.
If they be who they are, there's nothing stopping them from getting this 3-peat. Now, football stuff can happen, of course. Injuries, a team emerging, being might be the best. Maybe the Ravens, maybe the Bengals, maybe even the Texans. The Texans have loaded up. They look good. They might look good this year. We'll see. We got to see how C.J. Stroud looks in year 2. I believe in C.J. Stroud. I think he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in this league. But at the end of the day, they've been here far too long. It's just how the Patriots are. Business as usual. We don't care about what our ranking. We can be number 1. We can be number 2. We can be number 3. Win our division. Let's just get in the tournament. Let's just get in the playoffs and let the chips fall where they may. I don't care where we play. We can play at Arrowhead. We can play at Buffalo. We can play in Baltimore, and it's business as usual because we don't care. We've been here before. They chasing us. We chasing greatness. You know what I'm saying? We chasing another trophy. They trying to get to where we at. You know what I'm saying? So, not to say that we're not worried about them, because of course they're viable opponents. At the end of the day, they're viable opponents. Lamar Jackson is a viable opponent. Josh Allen is a viable opponent. And I'm not going to sit here and act like when we beat these teams, we're just smoking them, because we're not. You know what I'm saying? 13 seconds. No other team could have did that. No other team. I don't care what you say. I don't care the Bengals. None of them. No other team could have converted that 13 seconds and won that game. You know what I'm saying? So they're battle tested. They've been through so much adversity on and off the field. Since the Patrick Mahomes era, even before that, but in the Patrick Mahomes era, there's been so much adversity, and they just knock it out the way. And when that lights come on and that time comes up and we play football, we ball. We do it. And when the playoffs come, they turn it up
another notch. I feel you. That was gonna be my last question, but I light bulb just went off, and because I talk about our history as Chiefs fans, and people don't. I think they hear me, but they don't hear me.
Nope.
Explain it in what it's been like for us, bruh, and where we're at now. Like I don't think people really understand the magnitude of 30, and I know people that's been 40, 50 years of this fan of this team, and Oh, we've had literally you can go throughout those 40, 50 years of times where we thought we was close and then we got let down. Or we thought we broke through and we just let down. And then 2013 happened. And then we get hope and we thought, damn, is this about to be another one of those situations? And then 2017 happened. And then now it's like, well, damn. You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm a Chief fan. I say a lot. Hey, man, break it down for these people who just don't understand what our lives have been like being a Chief fan, man.
So, you know, before Joe came, it was Steve the Bird, you know, whatever. And it was cool. You know, we always had good defenses. You know what I'm saying? We always had good running backs. But we never had, like, great receivers other than, like, and that was before our time, Otis Taylor. Otis Taylor was our greatest receiver, you know, when we were kids. And we just heard stories about that. Then Joe Montana came and it looked like it was hope. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the old Joe Cool. He got us to the AFC Championship game and then he got a concussion. He was out. And then he, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like it was a little hope, but then that just faltered. Then the Rich Gannon years, you know what I'm saying? We trade for Elvis Grbac. He gets hurt. Was at 97. And Rich is balling. Balling. We get to the division round against Denver, and rest in peace to Marty Schottenheimer, man. But he starts Elvis Grbac, and he ain't played all year. I believe if Rich Gannon starts that game, we win that game, and we go on to win the Super Bowl. Personally, I think we win that game and go to win the Super Bowl that year because our defense was elite. We had DT, we had Neil Smith, like Dale Carter. Like, what are we talking about?
We had elite players on every level of the defense.
Our defenses were always stacked, and you know what I'm saying. Then we fast forward to the Trent Green years, where our offense is scoring. Priest Holmes, Tony Gonzalez, we scoring at a crazy clip. Eddie Kennington, even though I wasn't a big Eddie Kennington, I always thought he could just run one route. That was my route. And I'll never forget Eddie Kennington when we played Denver. Oh, I remember that. He got in there feeling himself in the press conference. Yeah, man. Yeah, we played Denver. We're going to put something on their ass. I'm going to tell you something. Denver whooped the shit. They beat us down. I remember when Ron Smith got in that post game, was like, "Hey, dog, let me tell you something. When you win these, you can talk your size."
Yeah, you're right. Hey, man.
Man, do that, man. Look, I get it. You be killing us, dog. You and Ed McCaffrey be killing us, but chill. Chill. So that year, our defense was horrible with Dick Vermeil. Horrible, terrible.
It was giving up
the no punt game against the Colts. I knew when we watched that game, the first team that punts is losing this game. As soon as we punted the ball back to Peyton Manning, I said, "It's over. This game is over." He went boop, 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 went down the field and won the game.
Heartbreak at the heartbreak, bro.
Then you get the Alex Smith years, and it was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I never really thought we was gonna win the Super Bowl. Never. I thought we'd get to the playoffs. I never thought we. And I even remember because I remember that first year when we faced the Colts, Andrew Luck, and we go up 30 like 3.
No.
And I'm like, oh, because Alex Smith was balling in that first half.
Chris, I know exactly where the hell I was that 28-point setup. I know exactly where I was. I was still living in Charlotte. I was down in Charlotte, North Carolina. I remember exactly where I was. I remember the bartender who was one of my friends telling me, "Oh, y'all got this." I looked at her dead in her face. I said, "Shut the hell up." She's like, "What?" I said, "You don't know my squad. They liable to blow this."
The Colts in the playoffs, they always get us. Bro, when people started getting hurt, first it was Jamal Charles, then Justin Houston got hurt, then Tom Ali got hurt. And I'm just like, okay, this ain't looking good. Then the bounce back pass to Andrew Luck.
I was hot.
Dog, it took me a long time to get over that game. That game fucked me up for a whole like.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell y'all this. Look, what you see now, it ain't always been so damn gravy.
I might as well have been a zombie, dog. Because that shit fucked me up, man. I'm waking up thinking about throughout my day. I'm like, where's that game, bro? Like, damn. So then we get to 2017. That lad, we get Kareem Hunt as rookie. He's balling, and we face Tennessee. I ain't gonna lie to you. My mind, Frank, because we just drafted Patrick Mahomes. And we seen him in the preseason. We saw him in that last game against Denver. You know what I'm saying? I was sold. I was like, oh, he's the real deal. The man came off the bench and won the game for us initially. Like, I'm just like, I'm sold. When we lost that game, a lot of people was mad. Like, oh, how we look? Because Mariota, the whole, Darrelle Revis, I don't even know why he patted it down. Like, I don't know what Darrelle Revis was doing, but whatever. Catch it, man. What are you doing? But whatever. Hell, I'd been cool if you batted it back. This fool said, hey, you can take it back, Mariota. Like, when we lost that game, I was like, cool, let's go. Now it's time for some real quarterback play. Now we about to throw this thing down the field. We got Tyreek Hill. We got Travis Kelce. Woo.
Yeah.
That's even now, I ain't gonna lie. We faced New England in the AFC Championship because our defense was so terrible that year.
Don't remember you Bob Sutton raggedy ass dog.
Dog, I remember that because I went to the Cheese Bar out here. There was two of them. They just shut down the original one this year. But I was at the Cheese Bar with my ex-wife at the time, and we watching the game, bro. And I just remember when D4 lined up off sides, the crowd, like when Severino got that interception, the whole crowd was like, ah! And I just remember seeing a flag, and I'm just like, hold on. Flag. New England. And they said offsides. I said, oh
shit.
I lost the game. So this defense, we went into overtime and they got the ball. I said, yeah. We
straight down the field, dog. Yeah.
You got to throw this thing. You got a one-legged Eric Berry out there, guarding Grunt. Like, come on, man. Like, nah, man. We gonna lose. And it was just like, but after that season, like the following season, I was like, all right, they got us, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But this our year. Mm-hmm. This our year. And it ended up being our year. And then we've been rolling ever since, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our slips up here and there, you know what I'm saying? The Tampa Bay Super Bowl, which, I offensive line was down to the third and fourth stringers and
on both sides.
And there was some questionable calls in that first quarter, you know what I'm saying, with the female ref, respectfully, but calls up in there. And even then Pat was throwing them on the rope and dudes just dropping passes, man. Like
dropping them, bro.
You catch a couple of them passes, we might have a chance in that game. We might be having a different conversation.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man, it's just been rolling ever since. You know what I'm saying? And we got that to God, man. Like that at the end of the day, all the great teams, they always had a very good to great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The years from the San Francisco 49ers, Joe Montana was the guy. You know what I'm saying? When Green Bay was winning a little bit, Brett Favre was out there doing his thing. The Steelers, they always had a guy, you know what I'm saying? With the Big Ben years, you definitely had a guy, And of course, the Patriots had Tom Brady. The Colts had Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always said, and that's why when we weren't alive at the time, but when you revisit history, you realize we could have had Dan Marino. Could you imagine if Dan Marino was a Chief with those defenses that we had back in the day? We might have been dominating, bro, in the 90s.
No, we get Todd Blackledge.
A one-year wonder in Penn State. But you don't want to draft Dan Marino because he smoked a little weed.
Now look at 20. We don't even matter no more, bro.
Bro. Dan Marino as a Chief.
That'd have been crazy, bro.
With these defenses, dog.
Yeah, we talking.
Damn, we've been.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you, man. Hey, man, I'm glad you broke it down for the people because I'm
with you. Like a lot of people see the success now, and so when I say like we suffered, they're like, "Oh, you suffered, bro." No, you don't understand. Our playoff was terrible. Like our playoff record was terrible. Even the 2013 game when we beat was 2013 whatever game we beat Houston Texans.
That was 30 years in between our first playoff win.
But even that game, it was kind of like, that we won. It felt good. But Houston was terrible.
Yeah.
No, terrible.
Man. I can't appreciate you enough to, joining the show and breaking that down because I be trying to tell people. They be like, "Oh, you a Chief fan? You think you hot shit?" I was like, whoa. I can appreciate a story.
I do, but now.
Well, yeah. Oh. Now you can't tell me.
I do, I understand. Hey, Patriots fans, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I see why y'all was like the way y'all was.
Hey, cause dog, when people say, "Oh, you a Chief fan," first thing I say, "And who you a fan of?" And depending on who they answer, I'm like, yeah.
I always get bite back from Raider fans, of course.
Of course,
that's fans, and 49er fans, because the past two Super Bowls we played.
Y'all always holding. I'm like, bro, wait, what are you just holding on every play, bro? Look, don't get me started on Chiefs get all their favorable calls.
They've already said that we were one of the top penalized teams last year. What are you talking about?
Outside of Chiefs Kingdom, they don't see that.
Pat gets mauled. He'll get slammed on his neck.
You know what it is, Chris? See, we watch every preseason, regular season game, so we know. People who are not Chiefs fans, they see the primetime games and they think that is indicative of our whole season. So,
but even in the primetime games, Patrick Mahomes could get choke slammed, rock bottom on the floor by Max Crosby, and there'd be no flag at all.
At all.
He'd get DDT'd on his neck, leg dropped, and the rest would be like, I ain't seen nothing.
Hey, chill.
No calls, bro.
Oh, man.
Last year, somebody, Baltimore, they cheated Baltimore. What?
Come on, man. How? You just answer that. Just answer the how, and then I'll let you live. But
did the ref make flowers from that football in the end zone? Did the refs make Lamar Jackson throwing the triple coverage in the back of the end zone likely? Did the refs say, "Hey, throw that pick, man"?
Nah, bro. Hey, refs can't cause turnovers, bro.
Did the refs make Buffalo miss the kick at the end?
Or Diggs dropped the pass right down the sideline. Come on now.
And let's not even talk about in that same drive, Josh Allen almost fumbled the football and gave the game away. And then if Trent McDuffie doesn't knock it down, but Jerry Steve's taking it to the house. Man. The game is over.
Over. Man. It's been some wild times inside and outside of Chiefs Kingdom, man, for the last 40, 50 years. And it's just been, look, man, I know we coming up on 50 minutes. I told my man, 20, 25 minutes, we just caught with Chiefs and we get up out of here. But hey, we get caught up.
Yeah, man.
It is what it is, y'all. I know y'all like mine. You being
good content that we're giving y'all, though.
Great content. Hey, man, always appreciate it, my dog, man. Before we get up out of here, let the people know where they can find you at, big dog.
Like I said, AA's Chief Podcast. Hey, Chiefs Kingdom.
Get the t-shirts.
We got the shirts, man.
I know. I mean, my funds is kind of fucked up right now, but when I get right, I'm going to get one, though.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. Get your shirt, man. On the back, it says, Let's 3P History. Got Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce on the back. man, just go to all our social media, X and Instagram and Facebook, wherever, you know what I'm saying, we at. You'll see it. Click on it. Get your shirt, man. We got all colors, red, black, white. We just dropped a gray one today. So go, man. Get a shirt, man. And also follow us on all social media platforms. You can also follow me at Chris, CRIS_style 702. You can follow me there too. And you can follow me at Chris Style and Mall. That's our Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So yeah, man, hit me up, man. I'm cool cat, man, laid back, you know what I'm saying? I don't be cussing, y'all out like, some of these other fans on X, man. I'm not controversial, man. I'm a chill dude, man. I just come on X to have a good time, laugh at the jokes, man. I'm there for the jokes.
Hey, y'all, the internet ain't real, y'all. Y'all got to calm down, bro.
Yeah, man. Touch some grass, man.
Touch it, smoke it, whatever. Do something with the grass, right?
Go play with your kids, man.
Especially that. like, go get back to reality.
Spend time with your girl, man. You sitting up there on X arguing about who the greatest rapper is, man. Your girl over there, she mad, she frustrated.
She about to go jump in the DM of a rapper if you don't keep.
Same thing with you ladies, man. Y'all be on there too, arguing. It's giving. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Go over there and give something to your man. How about that?
Hey, tap in with my man Chris, man. He good people's man, good people's. He always has me on the Arrowhead Chief podcast. I always thoroughly enjoy it. Hey, man, so this was a pleasure, dog. This was a pleasure.
Before I go, let me give a shout out to my guy Clarence,
my
boy Ty, Big Rube, Big Ash. Shout out to y'all, man. That's my crew over there at Arrowhead Chief Podcast. I got to give a shout out to them too.
No doubt. Yeah, Unc be wildin' too. Hey, Unc, man.
That's my dog, man. At the end of the day, Clarence is my guy, man. That's my dude.
You be wildin' on the Twitter, boy.
He don't play, man. He's actually calmed down a lot. He used to get in Twitter jail all the time. I wouldn't see Clarence for like a good week. I'd be like, "What's up, man? Where you been, man?" In Twitter jail.
I wonder why, you be wilding, dog. No, good peoples as well. Rest of the AH crew too, man. Hey, dope people. Even if you're not a Chief fan, man, they talk good football, good analysis, humor. Hey, man.
Tap in with us tomorrow. Hey, Joe's coming on. Kareem, Joe, he's coming on the show tomorrow. Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend, Kareem is coming on the show tomorrow. You know it's gonna be crazy if he's on the show. We all know if Chief Kingdom, you know Joe, you know Kareem.
Hey, shout out to Reem, man. He's a big fan. He always supports what we all do and show love. So shout out to Reem for sure. Depending on what time, because I know I got gymnastics with the daughter, I'm gonna try to make sure I tap in because if Reem on the show, I gotta see this.
Yeah, he on the show tomorrow, man. And then next week I got a cat named Matt, your Baltimore Ravens fan, man. He jumping in next week too. So we're gonna be talking ball with him next week.
No doubt. Hey, man. Hey, he gave you all the social media platforms. Make sure you tap in with my man Chris and the rest of the ACH crew. Y'all know where to find me on the I.O.W Sports Network. Follow me right there on the Twitter if you want to chop it up with me personally, because y'all know I got like many podcasts, like a Jamaican Got Job. So
100 podcasts.
Hey, just going over to my Twitter, KC Wildcard on the Twitter.
I was looking at it more like, damn, yeah, another episode you need to
do. Hey, fam. Hey, man, because
what's up though? You got to have content nowadays.
This is what it is. This is my thought process. If anybody decides to ever say, "Hey, man, I want all your content," I'm like, "You sure you want all of it? You going to pay me for all of it? All right, just leave a check blank." That's my thought process. So. Hey, man, tap in with Chris, tap in with AHC, tap in with I.O.W Sports, tap in with all the stuff I got going on. Hey, man, we out here. Till the next time, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Oh, of course, it's Go Chiefs. I know. I meant to be unbiased today. It just happened, man. It's natural.